Good morning. It is Saturday, almost 10:30 in the morning. Today I am going to welcome to Cracker's Crazy Living. Come on into my kitchen. Today I'm going to make a copycat crumble lemonade crumble cookie recipe. Now, me and my kids, Michael and Amanda helped one weekend, and then me and Tiffany and Brian, me and Tiffany especially, we've been on this quest to try different crumble cookies so I can attempt to make a copycat version of that cookie, just to see how mine would turn out as opposed to theirs. Some of their cookies I really don't care for. Some of them are pretty good, but I think I can make them taste even better. This particular recipe came from a gal on YouTube. She has I think her name is Maria. I don't know for sure. She came up with this recipe apparently, and I had to watch her video and handwrite all the ingredients because nowhere on her page did I see where she had posted or listed the ingredients. So I am going to attempt to make this copycat recipe and see how they come out. We did like the lemonade cookie, so I'm gonna find out if I can do this here at home. This particular recipe only makes 8 cookies. Well, tomorrow we're gonna have a family get together, kind of like a Father's Day thing, because my husband didn't get to spend Father's Day with his family because he wasn't feeling well. So my son got some meat. I got ribs and some brisket in the smoker today, and I've already made a salad, and I'm going to make another salad. But I'm also making desserts, so I'm going to make the lemonade cookie, and I need for the immediate family. There's 10 of us, so I need more than 8 cookies because I don't know if everybody's going to want a whole cookie or a half a cookie or a quarter cookie, but I would like to have enough cookies for everyone to have one. If that's all they're going to have is one cookie, then have a cookie. So I need to make sure I have enough. So I'm going to multiply this recipe by 2. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to get my mixer. She also did this with her hand mixer. I don't use a hand mixer. I use my stand mixer for just about everything I do. So I had to watch the video twice to make sure that I did the steps correctly. So I'm just going to pull my mixer out here. Let me move my bowl where you can, my camera where you can see what I'm doing. Having to turn everything. I just gotta get things out of my way as well. I'm gonna wipe out my bowl because it's got crumbs in it from just sitting on the table. I should get a cozy for it to put over it, so I have. All right, so what we're gonna do first, because she used several bowls, she was using her hand mixer, and it's so much easier doing it here. It's just so much easier doing it here. So in a bowl, we're gonna mix 1.5 cups of softened butter. So I had my pound of butter sitting out here on the table all night last night, so we get nice and soft. So I need 1.5 cups. So it's a 1/2 cup per stick, so that's 2 cups, 2 sticks and a half. That's 3 sticks. I'm gonna need to get another pound of butter out for my frosting. I only got one stick left, and I need another. I need a cup for the frosting. So that's one thing bad about. I'll just leave the whole thing out. It's one thing bad about doubling recipes. It uses a lot of ingredients sometimes. But you know, I got to make enough for my family. I can't just take a couple of cookies and say, "Here, try these." You know, you got to have enough to go around. That is my motto. Who wants to test taste a cookie and only get a bite? You know, I mean, we test taste the cookies at Crumbl. We cut them in 4s, and but their cookies are huge. If you know anything about Crumbl, setting my oven to 325. If you know anything at all about Crumbl, you know that their cookies are massive. They're just just huge. And when I test taste them, we cut them in. We got the little cutter. We cut the cookie in 4s. But you know, this is more than a test taste. This is a dessert. Okay, so I need 1.5 cups of softened butter. I will post in the description box the original recipe, the original copycat recipe, that is. So you have the right ingredients for one batch of cookies, for one batch. I gotta have more than 8. And I'm kind of glad that I found her, because I could not, I mean, Pinterest, people out there are putting all kinds of copycat recipes for everything on Pinterest. But this particular cookie, I could not find. I was searching for days, and I couldn't find it. And then all of a sudden, this lady popped up, and there she was. You know, there she was, making this cookie. And that's the exact cookie that we tasted. All right, so we're going to mix this with cream cheese. I have a block of softened cream cheese. So for the cream cheese, I need would be 1/4 cup. So I'm going to use 1/2 cup, which would be half of this stick right here. So I'm going to get a knife. I'm going to cut the package in half. And 1/2 block, 4 ounces is 1/2 cup. Because there is 8 ounces in a cup, which would be the whole stick. All right, so we're going to blend these two things together. You want to make sure that your cream cheese is softened. Took it out at 7:30 this morning, so I'm hoping that it is softened enough. We'll know when we get done with this, because if it's not softened enough, it felt softened enough for me, so I think it'd be all right. All right, just want to mix this. She did say to mix this well. So next to my handwritten recipe, I had mix well. Then it's 1 1/4 cups of sugar, so that's going to be 2 1/2 cups of sugar. Granulated sugar. And we're going to mix that well. Okay, then we're going to need 2 eggs and vanilla and lemon juice and lemon zest. Vanilla. Two eggs. They're just large eggs. I don't ever use extra large or jumbo when I'm baking because I don't want too much. Some recipes don't even specify how many. To the store and I got a bunch of lemons. Thank goodness I did, since I'm going to double this, because 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 2 tablespoons of lemon zest is probably, well, these are large lemons, so these are pretty large lemons, so I would imagine when she said it's equivalent to 2 lemons per batch, she's probably looking at little lemon. These are huge lemons, so I'm going to zest them. I'm going to rinse them off real good, and then I'm going to zest it into a separate bowl. I'm going to dry them off a little bit so they're not really, really wet. And I'm going to zest them into a different little bowl. Because it'll be easier, and I will measure these out. I will measure it because I don't want to overdo something like lemon zest and lemon juice. I mean, some people can go, yeah, half a lemon is this much lemon juice, and not I'm not into that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and zest all of these. I'm going to do this part and I'll pause you because you don't need to watch me zest lemon. You know how to do that. Be right back. Shoot. Okay, I zested 2 lemons and I got like 3 tablespoons of zest out of that. So instead of doubling everything, I'm going to go with the 3 tablespoons of lemon zest. I'm good with that. And then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So we'll see what we get. I juiced 1.5 lemons. So there's 1, 2. I will add the 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. See, that was a lot out of those 1.5 lemon I juiced. That was a lot. All right, so we're going to mix this together. Then I'm going to add my 2 eggs and my vanilla. Get another little dish. I do like doing my eggs in a separate dish. There's 1. There's 2. And we need, I need 4 eggs. Good thing I caught myself. That would not have been good. I need 4 eggs. And I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Where did my spoons go? There. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And of course I have my good homemade vanilla here. I always use homemade vanilla. 1, 2. Pits off my spatula for my lemons. Alright, I'm going to scrape down my bowl. Always have to scrape your bowl. I should have mixed this in my big mixer, I guess. It looks like a lot. I got to get 5 cups of flour in here. All right, let that mix. I gotta turn my oven off. I can't bake these right now. I forgot. I forgot that when she did this recipe, she put the batter after she made it all up. She put it into the the refrigerator for about 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to do that because I have an appointment. So I will end up coming back with part 2 of the lemonade, copycat lemonade crumble cookie. I will end up coming back for the second half of that because it does have to chill. All right, so now to this mixture, we're going to do 2.5 cups of flour. So I need 5 cups of flour. And then I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt total, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/8 times 2 of baking soda. So what's 1/8 times 2? 1/8 is a half, so that's a quarter, about a quarter, maybe a little over a quarter teaspoon. So I think I'm going to go ahead and mix that in a separate bowl. That's what she had all these separate bowls for. Because it does take salt and stuff. All right, so I'm going to measure out my flour. There's 1. Don't think I'm going to have enough for, oh, I will if I pour it in there. Yep, there's 2. Just bought a brand new bag of flour yesterday. Oops. 3. 4. Ooh. 5. That's going to be hard to kind of stir up. Go ahead and pour some of my flour in my container here while I have it out. My Lock and Lock squares do hold about 5 pounds of flour, but I have a 12-pound bag because I've been buying in bulk. All right, so the baking soda, I'm going to need about an eighth is a half of a quarter. 1/8 is a half of a quarter of a teaspoon. So I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. It's kind of like a hefty 1/4 teaspoon. And a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda powder, which is times 2 is 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. And then I need salt. Where's the salt? 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I gotta get my salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. Now you're supposed to mix this all together. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because my bowl is super full. Just kind of zhuzh that around in there a little bit. It's all going to get mixed when it goes in the mixer anyway. All right, so I'm going to turn my mixer on low, and I'm going to start scooping in my flour. She said that hers came out kind of sticky. Oh yeah. That's it. It is sticky. Okay. Everything looks like it got incorporated. Didn't look like it was going to be sticky at first, but it is kind of sticky. So I give it a stir. That's a lot of dough. But they make big cookies, so we're going to check it out. We are going to check it out. Now, what I thought I had this great idea for an invention, and it's already out there. So I ordered one off of Amazon. Should be here today. It's too bad I don't have it yet. It is a spatula that had a slit right down here, so you can get in between. You can get into your batter, your beater for your mixer. Because this annoys me so much, not trying to get all the dough off my beater. Some people don't care about that. It's one of my pet peeves. I would say that is a pet peeve of mine, because I can't get this off the beater. And I thought, oh, I got this great idea. And then my friend was looking. She says, let's look and see if it's already out there. And it is. It's out there. But it doesn't mean I can't improve it. And just trying to come up with an idea so I can make $1 million. I want to fix my house. I want my kids to have homes, both of my kids. I want to get out of debt. And I want money to do that with. You know? Alright, so I'm going to cover this up. And I'm just going to stick the whole thing in the fridge. And then we're going to come back later. And I'm going to make and bake the cookies. I'll make the frosting. Make the frosting probably while the cookies are baking, so you can see how I'm going to do that. And I'll just tell you right now what the frosting consists of. Frosting consists of 1 cup of butter, so it's going to be, maybe I should just make 1 batch of frosting, because she did mention that this was too much frosting for this many cookies. So I'm thinking maybe if I make 1 batch of frosting, that'd be enough to frost the 2 batches of cookies, because she said cut your frosting ingredients in half because it was way too much for the amount of cookies that she had. So that tells me maybe I should just make 1 batch of frosting and see how it goes. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to have enough. I mean, I might have to make more. But at least it's somewhere to start. So that'd be 1 cup, 2 sticks of butter, 4.5 cups of powdered sugar, 1.5 teaspoon of lemon zest, 1.5 teaspoon of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and yellow food coloring if you prefer that, to make it look really bright and lemony. So that is where we're going to stop for now. I got my dough. I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to stick it in the fridge. And we'll come back later and we'll bake the cookies. And we'll make the frosting. And we'll frost the cookies. And we'll be done. So, that is it for part 1 of Copycat Crumbl Lemonade Cookie. If you like what you see and you want to continue to see my page, please hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell. It'll remind you when I have another post. I look forward to seeing you for part 2 of this crumbl cookie. And have a wonderful weekend today. We're getting close to the 4th, so be well, be safe, enjoy your friends, your family, just whatever you're doing out there. Be blessed, and I'll see you on part 2 of the crumbl cookie. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.